Well, anyway, you're heading into another game. It's gonna be a very quick start for Ghost Lake Joe. OdinKing and Pisco is gonna be Odin and Poseidon against Loki, and Set. So one Egyptian per team. That's gonna be, who is actually the other team? IKARO with Swissboy and with Player. Player playing Loki. Yeah, he's quite competent with him, especially in team games, so definitely something for the players to worry about, as he's gonna be vision from IKARO already for a bit of scouting to the start. So you can see that he already is not gonna be interested in doing the shenanigans with the shifting sands in this way, like using the vision and then shifting, so he'll have to scout first. If he wants to do something about the Norse in that regard, he's gonna be against Norse, or is he with them? Oh, he's gonna be against one as well, so he might be wanting to abuse OdinKing slightly. Let's see if he's gonna be effective in that, as there's a relic to the bottom, village gold gatherer, really sweet. But it seems like that OdinKing is gonna be the closest player, but still, for example, IKARO could be this Granaries for himself. I don't see, or rather, I'm not sure if he saw it. I think maybe not, because it seems that the god power ended about there. This is probably scouted by Teal, I would be expecting, but this is a very good combination. Like, he's gonna be on hunt there, getting second TC, getting tons of gold. Good map for IKARO. Good map indeed. This is gonna be up to OdinKing to try to deny it somehow, because if he doesn't, then he could be expecting a really poor game for himself. As villager food carrying capacity, kinda nice. Is gonna be helpful in the later game especially. And cheaper Secrets of the Titans, excellent relic, especially if you are gonna be passing it across your team as a relay. Because why basically use it only once for the player that captures it? You can just easily go and give it to the second player to research Titans as well, to the third one as well. And when you think about it, this is basically 3 times 25%. So you are having basically almost a Titan for free. That's an incredible advantage to be had. And I'm really curious why nobody pretty much figured it out. I don't remember a single game where anybody would be doing that. Even though it's absolutely brutal. When you think about it. Especially if you are having a longer game and it's going into late game. So certainly not a relic to be underestimated at all, and certainly one to be passed around in the team. So Caravans, another pretty huge one right now, and this is kind of funny. You can see there's gonna be relic at the back for Joe for very good trade, whereas the one at the top side for the gold gathering, it was the gold gathering, right, is being captured by whom already? Was it already taken? Well, it's not here, so obviously it was. But okay, it was actually taken by Joe, yeah, because he has noticed that. Yeah, so it wasn't visible to IKARO, unfortunately. Right now he's scouting there, but it's gonna be already way too late. So Joe not only 10% more gold gather rate, but he's also gonna be having right about now the nasty caravan rally. That's not gonna be good. So there's at least some kind of revenge or revanche for IKARO having this really sweet TC with the gold mines right next to it. But I'm kind of would be probably liking the 2 relics for Joe, because he should be able to get rid, or to somehow get rid of, not really, to somehow handle the situation that he's having at his hands. Okay, those 2 gold mines with the hunt are kind of sweet as well. Problem is that he doesn't have the TC right next to it, which is kind of frontish and maybe gonna be a bit of a problem with Swissboy. He's already finishing with the temple, gonna be also heading forward for the settlement and having relic for, that's the secrets of the Titans, having kind of nice hunt there. ×2, but he could be probably walling quite quickly right now, Joe, to the bottom. Right now from here all the way to... This is looking like passable. So he might have to wall this. Because yeah, there's a hill. You can see in there. So basically he needs to wall there and he's gonna be fine in that part of the map. Plenty of gold mines. Like really plenty of them. 1, 2, and 3. And there's even 4. 4 gold mines for them. And one pretty close by in the front. Gonna be certainly helpful for the team on the right flank for player IKARO and Swissboy. As this TC seems to be kind of fine as far as protective goes, or other protection goes, because it's basically in the middle. It's gonna be protecting the escape route, the attacking route for the raiding into the middle of the enemy bases. Kinda nice. Definitely something that the opponents don't have, and the bear is apparently guarding the relic, which is for a trio of helpful monkeys, which is kinda better than nothing, and he could be just as easily picking it up. Yep, why not? It's gonna be helping in the defense, potentially if he's gonna be raided, or maybe even the attack, if he is gonna be attacking us. Oh, that's a nice combination. That's a new one. You can see giving lure to his ally. This is actually pretty sweet, as he's coming for Freya. Gonna be advancing about 450. Ptach already in for IKARO, and he's already right now scouting around, trying to steal the hunt. And this is extremely good, and this is something that not many players do. Many sets will actually try to, for example, take all of those bears to have an attacking army. But this is something that I said a few times before. That is actually really annoying if you steal the hunt of your opponent. Because this is something that maybe OdinKing could be expecting to be getting a bit later. But right now, all those animals are gonna be going away. And he just doesn't have the extra hunt that he might be relying upon. And it might be screwing his build order over. So, yeah, those little things that players don't do usually, but there are just so many options in this game that are not really explored properly, and could be maybe even make you for some kind of fun build orders, even using the relics here and there. It's just not really explored all that much. So even though this game is 15 years old, there are so many options for what to do, and how to maybe even play out of the meta, and still maybe even more successful than the meta. Here we go, basically as expected, this TC is just absolutely huge, and something that cannot be passed for IKARO. Just doesn't make any kind of sense to go for this TC when you have this kind of glory right next to it. And he's gonna be taking, of course, all the advantage that he can out of that position, as we're gonna be looking at the second TC for Pisco at the backside, as this front TC is actually kinda unfortunately positioned, because instead of being somewhere here, it's all the way up there. Yeah, he definitely would have liked position like this, which would be about there. It would be pretty sweet, and he's gonna have to go somewhere up there, which is really kinda bad, and might be making things a bit complicated if IKARO is gonna be able to control the situation rather well for him. But yeah, well, let's see what he's gonna be playing, as he's not Ra, he's not Isis, so he could be trying to stay in the classical age for a bit longer, though I don't expect for too much. I don't really expect it's gonna be for too long, really. In the meantime, obviously, Joe is having second TC, so 2 TC faster heroic. Asdra, what else will you be expecting from him? Oh, that was a dead villager, I think, there. I think that was a dead villager. Quite definitely possible. You can see that Joe didn't really manage to finish walling, so he's gonna have to fight for all of the 3 gold mines. He's even having a gold mine nicely hidden here. Short wall in here or there, or right there. And it's gonna be quite fine. So really, plenty of golds for absolutely everybody. Even behind the bases, there are quite nice gold mines, as we are looking at shifting sands. Okay, where exactly? I mean, like, nothing happened anywhere. I don't see anything anywhere happening. Did he steal goats? Maybe he stole goats. Because I don't see any kind of different colored dots anywhere. So it had to have been goats. Probably from here. I'm thinking it was actually goats from OdinKing, as he was even moving with the goat somewhere else. So yeah, it had to have been that. Because I don't see any kind of other reason and other way how it could have been cast. Otherwise, maybe it was some kind of... Maybe it fizzled, but I don't think so. Probably the goats. Most probably the goats, as that makes the most sense of it all. And he's getting husbandry kind of late, to be honest. If he wants to be stealing the goats, maybe he could have gotten a bit earlier. But anyway, doesn't matter a whole lot. Let's look to the bottom, where actually Swissboy is having a reasonably interesting game against Joe, because obviously Joe doesn't have all that many defenses, just a lot of walling. But he does have the TC, as he's right now guarding the bottom side, and he's definitely right to do so, as this is 2 gold Ghost Lake. Can be getting obviously also 1 gold Ghost Lake, so this is a bit of a luck for Joe, because if he was only on 1 gold, for example, about there, then he might be in for a bit of a trouble, as he might be forced to go for those golds. But yeah, that's not exactly the reality, and therefore no reason to dwell on it all that much, as Joe is going for the heroic age, of course, as he does have the plow. Not really yet. So he apparently is thinking that it's gonna be much more worth it to go already now, as the plow is coming already about like 10-15 seconds later. About 15 seconds later, actually. Then wait for it. And those kinds of little inefficiencies, this is something that I really also notice quite often in the community lately by many players. And even though you could be thinking, yeah, it doesn't matter, it's just a few seconds here and there. I mean, like, it's really quite a lot of difference when you think about it, that Chariot Archer takes 6 seconds to make. So if you delay yourself and are inefficient by 15 seconds, it means you are basically 3 Chariot Archers behind. So it's not anything small, especially for the Egyptians. I would be liking players to really be taking quite a lot more care about those things. And basically those little things, that's exactly what improves you and puts you into another level. And because once you are thinking about it the whole game, and you get those little advantages here and there, it really amounts to quite a lot. Exactly as I spoke about the relic in the last game. It's only 0.4 food per second, but in 10 minutes it's 240 food. It's basically free upgrade. Somebody's getting walled in. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking that right now Joe is actually learning what it is to be a Mexican. He's gonna be really facing quite a hard situation, getting really outside anywhere, but he's probably gonna find a way anyway. As there's gonna be a way around here. Maybe he's just gonna be flying around with the rock and everything. But this is definitely nicely played, because of course this is gonna be delaying any kind of easy access to this gold mine. As Joe is in a situation where he might want to drop a mid-roll here to protect the 2 gold mines to the bottom, because so far he's of course gonna be running out of these positions really quickly. You can see there was a little battle, but nothing major. Villagers don't seem to be there all that much. You can see that matreiuss helped quite competently, as player is going for a bit of raiding yet again, trying to break through the walls there. Whereas on the left side, it seems that he is going to be pushed away, as he was nicely path blocked in here by OdinKing, but that's going to be resulting into 3 dead heresies. Very well played, as Nephthys is coming forward for IKARO, and he should be switching if maybe, or rather checking, if maybe somebody else is also advancing. Medium cavalry for Pisco and Swissboy and Bragi. Economical upgrades for IKARO, alright. As he's gonna be dropping a mid-roll right next through. Well, maybe he could have tried to block this gold slightly better. I mean, like, he knows that the opponents are nowhere close by. As apparently there's gonna be a fight for this TC for OdinKing, and yeah, he's gonna be having PTSD of last game when he was denied this TC. That's gonna be literally the same situation yet again. Army coming there. It's gonna be also yellow, but luckily for him this time, Pisco is gonna be there much faster than Joe was in the last game, and therefore this should be resulting into a bit easier game. But problem is that IKARO does have all of those ancestors, and is actually he gonna be using ceasefire for this Pisco? I don't think he needs to. Yeah, I really don't think he needs to. Right now the frost is gonna be good enough. Even the 3 monkeys are gonna be having a bit of a heyday. Maybe destroying a few units here and there, but this time it seems like that OdinKing is gonna be finishing, no problem. There's a bit of scouting, and even Raiden, you can see, already killed one of the villagers. But player with the Bragi, that's the reason why obviously the ceasefire wasn't cast, and is definitely better solved right about now by the frost. It could have been done the other way around, obviously, waiting for the army for the flaming weapons with the frost, but the ceasefire is just gonna be slightly better. So where do we have this? At the back, destroying 2 dwarfies, and that's pretty much it. Forcing them off the position there. As Joe is still gonna be traveling around with his circus of freaks. And the freaks are of course those 2 guys. Gonna be apparently destroying. Yeah, well, poor guy. Didn't know what hit him pretty much. And there is a random guy here, which is probably waiting for a market, I'm expecting, for player. Let's switch to the top side, where the TC is of course finished, and that's gonna be brewing some kind of reasonable battle. As Pisco is right now leading the score with OdinKing, but Joe is already in the mythic age with Son of Osiris, and it's maybe yellow advancing as well. No, he isn't. Sorry. Medium infantry and shaft mine for OdinKing. That's gonna be important to improve his army, and much more importantly his economy as well. I still do have plenty of gold mines here available. Starting with the market. This is gonna be bad. You can see market there. The wood line all the way here. This is gonna be kinda inefficient. It should be maybe trying to cut through here. So be at least cut through here. To be making things slightly more manageable. But yeah, well, hopefully they're not gonna be catching themselves all too much. Those trade caravans. As we are heading into a situation where IKARO, oh, he's trying to steal a TC front in there. Yep, that's the problem that we were talking about a bit earlier. That this could be really tricky. And IKARO right now with player are definitely gonna be using the opportunity, as there's not much of a chance that this... I don't think there is much of a chance that this doesn't come for IKARO in the long run. But I'm kind of curious how this is gonna be played, because right now obviously player is in a horrible situation fighting against Throwing Axeman and Chariot Archers against Ipicon. So this is very well maneuvered by the team on the left, by matreiuss with his teammate OdinKing. Very well done indeed. And therefore this is gonna be probably resulting into a bit of a harder situation, but IKARO also timed it properly and saw the opportunity, went for it with the villagers, and he's gonna be up to 4 TCs, which is suddenly putting the situation into quite a different hue. As Pisco is gonna be without the 3rd one, and much more importantly, mercenaries are probably gonna be trickling into the battle quite a lot easier. Heavy infantry, no upgrades for him, as he's gonna be quickly switching to the bottom, because it seemed like there was a bit of an assault by Swissboy into the blue base, but apparently not all that much. He's having medium raiders, Aphrodite and Hell already for him, alright. But he doesn't have any kind of upgrades whatsoever, just the medium. But obviously, the same is gonna be true for Joe. Because he's Ra, he just advanced into the mythical age. And if he can keep the town center alive, then he could be having some kind of chance. Because Son of Osiris, well, he's still here. But with flaming weapons, is it gonna be resulting into ceasefire now or not? Oh, well, it's a tough choice. It's a tough choice, because there are gonna be 2 flaming weapons from player as well. And it really kinda depends what they think they are gonna be able to defend better. Are they gonna be able to defend this? Or are they gonna be able to survive this? It's kinda tough. It's kinda tough because the gold has to be running out as well. It's actually out. So where is he gathering gold? He's not gathering gold. Yeah, well, Joe is out of gold. Okay, that's not exactly good for him. Hence the ceasefire could have been probably useful for him, I would be expecting. But he still does have plenty of resources, he can send plenty of food for the gold, so he's kinda fine. But the flaming weapons, they are gonna be kinda falling pretty quickly. Son of Osiris, unfortunately, is not exactly shooting on the Nidhogg. So you can see Swissboy right now getting away with it quite a bit. And he's of course destroying quite plenty of army and quite plenty of resources, much more than anything else. But right now, the Son of Osiris is also shooting on the dragon, and that inevitably means that he's gonna be really falling down rather quickly. Okay, so town center there. And I'm really kind of curious what's gonna happen here. He just needs to be getting through the wall somehow. There was a wall to protect himself as well. But once he's gonna be cutting through this one tree, he's gonna be free to go all around the wall, and everything is gonna be fine for him yet again. As on the left, we are having a bit of an interim. Everybody just building defenses. You can see OdinKing even housed. Heavy throwing axeman with copper shields there, with mythical age for IKARO. And that's probably gonna be resulting into a tornado there. Yep. That seems to be kind of obvious play. It's gonna be destroying the hill fort and a few of those buildings, but I don't think the TC. No, this fortified, but still gonna be valuable to get rid of a few of those military buildings. As player is coming, flaming weapons with Winter. There we go. And this is pretty much the answer that even I didn't really realize at that point. Why it would have been better to cast the ceasefire to help defend Joe. So that he doesn't have to fight such a bad battle himself. Alright. Yeah, well, right now enjoy. Probably gonna be ceasefire right after Winter, but problem is that player is exactly not getting anything out of it, so why did he cast it really? Oh, because this. He's having secondary army here. It was kinda hard to see on the minimap. He has a secondary attack coming right next to the TC, but he's not unfortunately getting any kind of good extra how's it called? Extra piggies, so that he could be right in the TC, so it's not exactly working all that much. So yeah, Aphrodite is right now being cast with a curse from Pisco, and he's destroyed so many of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 piggies. 9 units gone like that. Well done. Well, that's usually what happens when you are having plenty of units that are kinda low hit points, because the god power works on hit point pool. So basically, if you are having plenty of units and they are having like 1 hit point, you're gonna be converting all of them into pigs, and you can just start piggy farming and, I don't know, sell bacon and everything. But this time, this is gonna be resulting into ceasefire, and yet again, kinda late-ish. I mean, like, he was probably hoping. I mean, like, this time I understand it slightly, even though maybe he could have done it differently. He probably thought that the curse is gonna be good enough. That it's just gonna be destroying enough army. But it was almost kind of... It was looking fishy really all the time. So right now the ceasefire is anyway there. Let's see if it's gonna be helping them somehow. They are getting a few upgrades, all the teams it seems. Some kind of economy for IKARO and Pisco, and army upgrades for OdinKing and Swissboy. Heavy chariots for Joe, that's gonna be important for him at the bottom. At the end, unfortunately towers, that's not exactly what you can be making here during ceasefire, but much more importantly, I noticed champion chariots for IKARO. He's having only the baseline upgrade of levels in the... Oh, this guy is gonna die here. And those as well. They have the baseline of upgrades. They don't have anything all that huge. They have bronze weapons though. There's at least something going for him. But Pisco is having heavy beacons. Right now only copper shields. Not like any kind of huge upgrades for him. But so far they are at least fighting basically 2 versus 1. So it could be working. And where is player? Is he like only building... Yeah, he's building army buildings so that he can be starting to produce. Otherwise he has baseline of upgrades. As you're gonna be switching somewhere here, where obviously still a few mythic units. That's some kind of like a bit of a mythical story. Once upon a time there was a boar, there was a troll, and there was an Ainear, and they were interested in killing enemy economy. well, apparently gonna be paying for it quite quickly, as they are just getting way too close to the enemy TCs. But at the same time, there's gonna be a bit of a solid raid-in. Yeah, this is probably gonna be hard for Swissboy. I mean, like, he just wants to make sure that they know where to actually put all of that extra gold. So he's just gonna be having second ox cart in here. Yeah, nice idea from Joe. Unfortunately, Swissboy already noticed, so he's gonna be sending everything home. For 2 TCs are there. And there is something that somebody forgot. You could have gotten it 25% cheaper, which is a huge discount. But anyway, IKARO already coming for it. Can see there's gonna be Ragnarok already cast for OdinKing, who is having all bronze. Maybe even getting some more. Iron Mail, yeah. Iron Mail and coinage. Good upgrades. Pretty good upgrades. Problem is that he's gonna be losing the TC, which is actually not a problem. Because obviously he doesn't need the population limit just about now, so it doesn't matter a whole lot to him. As copper weapons and coinage and some extra upgrades are coming for Joe as well. But the problem is that right now he's gonna be facing so many Axemen. Already champion Axeman. I need to click on him. Champion Axeman, but otherwise the upgrades are not exactly there. And the chariot axis on top of that, but I don't think that actually IKARO did enough with the military shooting buildings. You can see there's only like 1 tower second attempting to be finished, which probably will, because OdinKing is not paying attention. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Screw this guy. Attack this. Attack this. Oh well, anyway, that's not gonna apparently happen, as we need to be also switching slightly to the bottom for the time being and for the moment. As, oh no, let's be quickly here. Oh, this is sweet. This is actually sweet. This is something that you see in Age of Empires 2 very often. Not exactly here all that much, because you don't have too many choke points. But once you put the archers in there and the enemy cannot surround them, then of course he just has to retreat. Otherwise he's just gonna be completely losing everything altogether. As Swissboy is apparently happy with also pursuing another raiding party there. But there was a bit of a rat. Apparently it was... that seems like a wolfie. That was probably Fenris wolf. The dead body in there. So you're gonna be having barbecue. Yep, Joe will definitely have to notice this sooner than later, but he apparently is, as Son of Osiris is still alive. He's alive for quite a long time already. So Nidhogg versus Son of Osiris, we kinda know already who's gonna be winning this. This big guy is gonna be falling very quickly, but there is already a pretty good raiding by Joe yet again. Continue with the chariots all around, but he really needs to be finding something sweet, and something sweet could be probably there. As Shifting Sands, that wasn't this, I think. I really have no idea what happened with the shift. Oh, this was the Shifting Sands. Okay, the elephant's here, right next to the Titan Gate. And this is actually quite important, because this is already a few catapults as well. He's shooting at the tower in there. I mean, like, Joe, please notice. Could be shooting at the Titan Gate here, so this is probably not gonna be working. But what is certainly working is OdinKing's Ragnarok against Swissboy, who's right now losing this TC. And he is gonna be attempting to steal it. And actually, if he did, that will be really important. You can see right now there's not much of a chance for Swissboy to do anything all across the map. He's forced into full defense. Even with the wolfie, so yeah, that was definitely wolf there. And these wolves are being still present, or they're still there. So right now IKARO is even starting to wonder, is he starting it? Yeah, where else? He could have maybe he could have gone all the way here. I think that would have been better. Would have been way better than this. Let's see if he's gonna be finishing with this, as apparently player is interested in the wolf pack. They're already quite fast yet again, as they have been improved slightly in the Voobly Balance Patch 3.0, but the TCs are absolutely falling for Swissboy. OdinKing is definitely doing a pretty good job with the Iron Mail there and the bronze upgrades in here. As well, Pisco is still following as well with a few units, but they definitely need to be getting the TC. I think that was the correct idea. They need to somehow make it happen, as this Titan is still standing. It wasn't destroyed, but Swissboy is down 2 TCs at once, and he's gonna be down to only 0, or now only 1 actually, because he lost also this one in the front, where, oh well, Joe is already thinking about having a bit of fun with the Titan Gate yet again, and can he get there? Aha, Pisco is gonna be doing Earthquake. Okay, right. Yes. Earthquake is coming. And you can see he's having at least masons in here. So goodbye Titan Gate. That's gonna be making things a whole lot easier. With Swissboy already out of the game, I'm not thinking that even the Wonder is gonna be working, because it's way too close at this stage. As Swissboy is down the last DC as well, OdinKing gonna be finally getting the town centers. Probably finishing with this one as well. I don't think that player is gonna be quick enough to really help with this. Yeah, he shouldn't be. Will be quite fine going for the teal player, as this one is gonna be finally coming for Joe. So he's gonna be at about 24 minutes, getting a 30C. Congratulations on that huge victory in this game, I assume. But IKARO is still quite dangerous because he has 5 TCs. You can see he has stolen even the front one from OdinKing in there. And therefore he could be having quite a solid chances at defense, but he really needs to prepare. And player is probably right now fighting just by himself here. Yeah, it seems like he's fully concentrated on the bottom. He's already full iron and everything. Full iron, it really always reminds me of Edge of Tomorrow and Full Metal Bitch. It's basically the same. I was having some kind of inkling of saying that because it just really fits, even though it's metal, iron, whatever. I hope that you know what I mean. And we are looking at Swissboy escaping with all of the villages that are actually left, which probably are not all that many, I would be assuming. Oh, well, it certainly aren't. He's having about 20 villages left. Okay, so Swissboy is pretty much out of the game. As Joe is gonna be coming for his own wonder. And IKARO is taking his sweet time. He's taking his sweet time with this, but he's certainly not taking his sweet time with destroying OdinKing as well, so maybe Swissboy is gonna be joined in his unfortunate fate by the enemy Norse as well. Let's see about that. But of course, plenty of towers prepared by Pisco is definitely a nice idea. Problem is that this is getting dangerously close to all of those. Well, it's not really exactly a huge market route here, or the trade route, as the Wolfies are gonna be apparently destroyed by Atalanta right there. But problem, of course, is that player is apparently having pretty huge problem dealing with the situation with the heroes of Ragnarok from OdinKing, which are kinda already dead. There are gonna be just a few of them maybe left somewhere. He probably is already gonna be starting to rebuild. But yeah, well, it seems that maybe even player is gonna be attempting to take this TC away from his opponent, and maybe he could still succeed, because I'm Joe is just not having all that enough army here, as he's concentrating on the Titan Gate called Wonder. 5,000, yeah, this is gonna be just way too fast. He's gonna be definitely first, but where is he with that Radiant thingy? Did he already lose it? No, he didn't. There it is, 6 catapults, yeah. Still having it hidden in the rock here. For a bit of fun. So he could be very successfully keeping this settlement from players' hands, but I don't think it's gonna be winning him any kind of game or anything, because it's, of course, how many? 6 catapults at 4 population limits. This is basically whole TC population limit right here. This is a whole TC. So it's not any kind of huge advantage for him. You can see Joe finishing finally with a TC here. Could be even stealing all the farms right there. So you're gonna be looking at the Wonder finally finished to the top side. It's gonna be... I kind of wonder what actually this is. What it's inspired by. Is it actually written here? Oh, there we go, lighthouse. So we're getting into BM territory slightly. Yeah, exactly in there. Is it somewhere here? I don't think so. No, it has to be inspired by something. I don't think it's gonna be random completely. But anyway, there we go. Wonder is finished for Joe as well. It's gonna be a different one. It's gonna be a pyramid for Ra. Obviously makes sense, as he's the god of sun and everything. So he's even having quite a nice golden top in there. But the set, that's gonna be just some kind of temple somewhere. Anyway, let's continue here, where apparently IKARO is gonna be having a 6 TC. So how many can he actually collect in this game? Can he get, like, I don't know, all of them maybe? That would be kinda nice, but I don't think that's gonna be really happening in this one all that much, as OdinKing is switching even into a few Fire Giants to help his teammate in there, and they are definitely quite successfully keeping player of this TC, and it really is working very well for them so far. Whereas player is having kind of struggles. He's doing what he can. He's right now denying this TC, and even Swissboy is gonna be coming up with one. Oh well, apparently not. Ah well, such a nice idea. Yeah, they're having minimal range, so they're having problem. He deposited them too close. Bit of a rookie mistake by Joe, not realizing that, because that's a situation that you don't really face all that often. As right now, oh well, don't shoot there, you shoot there. And this Migdol just finishing at the last moment. Yeah, the last moment, but right now the rock is getting low in hit points. He needs to be careful about it quite a bit in there. Anyway, yellow is of course moving still forward on the left flank, as he's having plenty of freeze and plenty of absolutely everything right there. As apparently everybody is having quite a lot of fun. And what are we going to be seeing? IKARO's Wonder is already destroyed by just this. Oh, I missed it, sorry. I just didn't see it. But man, that was kind of nice idea. Nice sneak in here. Even the Wolfies couldn't stop it. And those, portable rams from OdinKing, that was pretty much the only unit that he made. And he somehow snuck in there. From like where? From here? Yeah, he had to have been from here. It certainly was. He just sent all of them that way. Damn. Okay, I'm just complete noob missing that. That was really kind of fun. But anyway, there's probably still gonna be some kind of fight, as there is like 7 minutes left. And I don't discount the possibility that IKARO could make it happen in the long run. Because right now Swissboy is coming back. Swissboy is coming certainly back, gonna be dropping Hellfort into the middle of the trade, as player has finally finished with the settlement, so he can see that Joe kinda underestimated the position in there. Okay, this DC is Swissboy. This is getting really interesting, because this might be resulting into a victory, maybe, even without the Wonder. Let's see how this is gonna be continuing. Because obviously I could be expecting some kind of build-up, obviously, of really spam buildings right about now here, from all the players, from matreiuss and from Joe, and maybe even from OdinKing a bit later, but I don't really think from him all that much. But what I would be definitely expecting... Oh, come on, this is a feasting ground. Oh, come on, they found their sweet spot, where all the camels are coming through, and they just completely and utterly destroy them. Whoa, okay. That was nice, and apparently they're gonna be continuing here as well. And can the Wolfies destroy the Wonder? I wonder if they actually can destroy the Wonder. As 45 TC4 Pisco has been destroyed in there, yeah, because right now yellow is just moving like a plague through the map. And he's getting ever closer to the T2 Wonder, which is still 6.5 minutes away from being basically successfully winning the game. So I don't really think he's gonna be standing alive for that long. As of course all of those Wolfies are gonna be heading here, trying to destroy even more villages and economy and everything. Just stop to for this one. Just for this one in there, whereas green on the left is just trying to block the path altogether. Whereas it seems that he's still pushing forward here with plenty of fire giants available. Right now this is not teal, this is green. As he has destroyed the mid-roll and also gonna be destroying all of those military buildings there. And getting definitely closer, ever closer to the 45 TC from Joe. And he's definitely gonna be losing it. As you can see, player is also moving forward quite a bit there. He's even having the most of the conscript longhouse in there. Interesting. Apparently having plenty of resources for absolutely everything, as there doesn't seem to be any attack anywhere else all that necessarily. Just a few random villages, and apparently everybody interested in the last remains of the gold. But yeah, IKARO is already destroying all the economy of Pisco. Pisco is gonna be down to only one last town center somewhere in there. How did he get it? That was probably destroyed. Yeah, that was destroyed by the rams, and he apparently snuck through there. Interesting. Interesting indeed, as there is gonna be probably not even any kind of sneak needed here, as Joe is doing what he can to really just stop the enemy onslaught. But problem is that there are gonna be so many granaries, and this is, yes, finally somebody also thinking about the game, and that's building everything that he can, because he's gonna be getting free army when this is gonna be destroyed, because he's Poseidon. So yep, exactly, spam it, just spam absolutely everything there. And you're just gonna be having so many free units, which is gonna be, of course, in the end, helping you 2 times, slow the opponent down, as we are down to 4 minutes and 43 seconds with the Wonder. And of course, the TC in the front finally destroyed, even though Joe is still keeping alive the Son of Osiris. Is actually fairly impressive. This is Magyar level impressive, if you remember the game that I cast. What do I want this? 12, oh, what the freaking hell? He's actually keeping him alive for 19 minutes already. Well, right now we're gonna be seeing his demise though. That was a good bug. He was actually shooting on the farm somehow. Or maybe it was just somehow. It seemed like that it was going from the farm, the attack, instead of from him. But anyway, he is dead after 19 minutes of valuable service. He's gonna be lying on the fields, and apparently somebody is gonna be eating a bit later the crops that are gonna be growing from his dead body. But of course the elephants are already moving forward with huge population limit of IKARO at 7 TCs. Yep, he's having 7, probably not even interested in the 8th there. He's gonna be just happy having his allies maybe deal with that. But here we are with pretty much the same. So we're not gonna be missing it altogether. You can see Swissboy doing the same thing. He has been also able to sneak through from the top side. Yeah, he snuck through here. And he's having a second squad already aiming into the fun. As in combination with the wolfies, this is gonna be quite hard to repair, because one that takes ages to repair. It basically made it that way that the repair is not that quick, and therefore the elephants are just destroying everything, and 3 minutes 18. Yeah, I kinda don't see it, and there's still gonna be a god power. Player can be casting Healing Spring. Maybe he could be just casting it there to heal the temple slightly, rather the wonder, if it worked that way. Which it obviously doesn't. And well, this was kinda nice idea, but unfortunately he didn't build it in a moment, or rather in the place, where the enemy would be having to go through that, so the extra army is not exactly present. But the wolfies are there, and obviously the defense from OdinKing with all the fire giants, and the mercenaries seems to be working. And yep, use those schemos, use them to block the enemy path, that's exactly what you want to do. And this is so far working rather nice. And where is the second squad of the Rams? Has it already been somehow destroyed somewhere? Oh no, they are coming through here. As they apparently cannot pass to the left. They haven't found a way. As they haven't really found a way. And this is still having 7,400. And we are right now another minute down. So it suddenly doesn't seem all that impossible. But they are right now knocking it down quite competently. But of course, once the special attacks from all the fire giants are gonna be knocking in, it's gonna be destroying them quite in solid numbers. But they just need any kind of army whatsoever. Joe is probably out of gold. Oh well, yeah, he's out of all kinds of resources. He can probably sell a bit of wood. If he has a market, which I don't know if he has. Maybe he hasn't. And maybe he doesn't. This is right now moving forward, and like siege towers instead of catapults. I don't know, maybe. But what definitely should be happening is IKARO going for Siegeberg somewhere close by. And like, what the hell? Why are you not sending those onto the Wonder? Because right now you're running out of time significantly, minute and 40. But they have already destroyed the TC of Joe. The penultimate here. It's not penultimate for them altogether. Or is it? 1-1. Joe is still having 2 TCs. He's gonna be... Where is he having 2 TCs? 1. Oh, he's having this one. They're actually not taking care of those at all. But yeah, well, there we go. This TC is gonna be taken right now by player. IKARO is still at 8, as the Wonder is just now gonna be dying at 1 minute and 15, as everybody has finally broken through all the walls there. And yep, even though we have seen the falling of the Wonder of IKARO quite a lot earlier, well, after quite a heavy battle, and things looking all kinds of fishy, IKARO was able to pull through, and it seemed that his Egyptian power was exactly what it took to win this game. But it also has to be said, players' defense on the right, it was also quite a significant portion of why the game went as it went in the end. Because if he wasn't so well defending there, and denying the TCs to OdinKing and Joe, and denying the advance, then this game could have been really over quite a lot before. Well done. Well done. And yeah, matreiuss certainly needed more Granaries. This is not enough. This is certainly not enough. OdinKing massacre me. Yeah, Swissboy definitely was kind of deleted from the game. He was down to about like 20 villages. We have seen that before when I was looking at it. But I kind of like the massacre of the wolfies, and I'm really sorry that I didn't see the attack on the Wonder with the Rams, so I'm really sorry about that here again. It was coming from here, all across the water, or rather water, frozen water, and I just didn't notice it, and apparently Pisco was just going for a bit of a GG art here. Unfortunately, didn't really manage. Well, that was a fun game. It was quite indeed a fun game. IKARO obviously gonna be having the highest score because of the hogging of the town centers. Not much of a question about that. And kinda as we expected. This was the problem. Those 2 TCs, the team on the left didn't play it properly, whereas IKARO went for it properly aggressively, and also getting the TC in the front. He played it well, he played just better this side there. And it yielded him the advantage, and he was able to turn it into victory in the end, even though it was really all kinds of hairy in plenty of moments. $67,000 gold, damn, that's a lot. And obviously in a long game, not that much of a surprise. It's gonna be nice. 488 military count. Units killed 537. He lost 466. And Swissboy, well, he was just kind of present in the game. 147 killed. That's like nothing against the others. And the military count as well. But he was kind of instrumental in the end then. Without all the ramps from him, maybe the wonder would have stood. 71 upgrades for material. He just didn't know what to do in the end. He was having so many resources that he basically researched absolutely everything. 71. And IKARO on the other hand, having exactly the opposite, 17. And he was having like the ATCs and he just couldn't get the upgrades all the time. Because he was just having too much population limit. And he was having problems even staying at that pop limit, it seems. Or are these building logs? What the hell am I talking about here? I'm thinking that I'm already at improvements. And I'm looking like this is improvements. No, it's not. Oh, god damn it. It's already 4 hours of stream and apparently seems to be a bit too much for me. This is improvements. That's much better. That's much better as you would be expecting. IKARO at 48. So really, I'll wholeheartedly apologize for that nonsense I said here with the military, thinking that it was researches. And Pisco, well, he was having only 28 this time. So no, he was having problems with getting all the upgrades that he would be wanting. And even player having 50. But his economy was kind of solid and he wasn't really attacked that badly. And 30 Fenrises, nice. Very nice. They were having quite a feast. Only Pisco didn't get the 3 TCs. Yeah, because we have seen that this TC that was supposedly his was taken by OdinKing instead of the one on the left side. And I think it was also kind of a tactical mistake, because if OdinKing took this one on the left, the one on the right side would have been insanely harder for IKARO to take than the one on the left, which is kind of protected by the wood line. So, yep, it was probably kind of small tactical mistake there as well. He dropped even way below right about now, Swissboy. You can see he lost even more villages. To about like 2 or 3 or something. Damn. That was pretty close from him to be completely eliminated. But he still had military buildings, so he still could have, for example, been slung and received resources and built something after. Yeah, here that was a critical moment for him. He just basically lost everything to the Ragnarok there. Well, okay then, GG.